Let me be clear. Last night was yet another test, and Donald Trump failed yet again. We saw more evidence that he is temperamentally unfit and totally unqualified to be commander-in-chief. He trash-talked American generals, saying they've been, quote, reduced to rubble. He suggested he would fire them and replace them with his hand-picked generals. He attacked dozens of former flag officers by saying that, quote, we've been losing for us for a long time. That's how he talks about distinguished men and women who have spent their lives serving our country, sacrificing for us. That's how he would act as commander-in-chief. Meanwhile, bizarrely, once again, he praised Russia's strongman, Vladimir Putin, even taking the astonishing step of suggesting that he prefers the Russian president to our American president. Now, that is not just unpatriotic and insulting to the people of our country as well as to our commander-in-chief. It is scary because it suggests he will let Putin do whatever Putin wants to do and then make excuses for him. I was just thinking about all of the presidents that would just be looking at one another in total astonishment. What would Ronald Reagan say about a Republican nominee who attacks America's generals and heaps praise on Russia's president? I think we know the answer. And when asked how he would stop the spread of global terrorism, Trump's answer was simply, take the oil. The United States of America does not invade other countries to plunder and pillage. We don't send our brave men and women around the world to steal oil, and that's not even getting into the absurdity of what it would involve. Massive infrastructure, large numbers of troops, many years on the ground. Of course, Trump hasn't thought through any of that. Every Republican holding or seeking office in this country should be asked if they agree with Donald Trump about these statements. Now, one thing you didn't hear from Trump last night is any plan to take on ISIS, one of the biggest threats facing our country. He says his plan is still a secret, but the truth is he simply doesn't have one. And that's not only dangerous, it should be disqualifying. So I have a very different vision for how we keep our country safe and strong. I respect the men and women who put their lives on the line to serve America. I will work with our allies to defeat ISIS, and I will hold true to our country's most cherished values.